Hey guys, Jessica Parent here. This is a little different for me, so we're gonna see how it goes. But I thought it might be nice to give you guys a little behind the scenes of how I write my music and how I produce it. And also, if you stick around, I'll give my best advice for up and coming singers. So first of all, maybe you wonder how I write my songs. Usually I get a line that comes to me just doing everyday stuff. For example, my song One Last Call, I was at the park with my children and the sun was setting. And so that first line came to me, the sun it is setting. And then it just comes to me line by line after that, usually. I just finished writing a song yesterday, and I'm so excited to let you guys know who's going to be helping me with the music on that, but I'm going to leave that a little surprise for now. But one of the lines in the song, I left my sin in the water, that came to me during a baptismal service or at the end of service when somebody was getting baptized. And that's been months ago, but I just never had time to kind of expound on it. So what I did from there, I'll just go with this song since it's fresh on my mind, is, I don't know how they actually come to me. The line that came to me when I was sitting down and thinking about it is, not going back now, those days are gone. So usually once I get a line like such, I just kind of dwell on it. I think about the melody, and a lot of times I write it down. Usually I use my voice app in my phone, and I'll sing a line so that I don't forget it. I don't forget the melody, and I don't forget the words if I don't have a chance to write it down, because a lot of times I'm writing songs while being a mother. Also, I Won't Give Up, I wrote most of that song while at the park with my kids. And so it's quietly singing into my phone, away from others if possible. But just line by line, it usually comes to me. Sometimes I have to work out kinks if it's not the right rhyme, or maybe, let's see, with I Won't Give Up No Way, I think on the chorus, dust. The word dust, I originally said dirt. We're kicking up the dirt, but dust sounded better. So I might make small changes like that. And then from there, I will sit down at a keyboard or piano, whatever I have. I just moved, so I don't have my nice piano anymore. I just have a little keyboard, but whatever I can put my hands on. And I will pick out, so I'm no piano player, but I know enough to get by and to figure out what chords I want my songs to be. So I will pick out notes and then the harmonies that I hear in my head, and then I will put a name to that chord. I usually have to look it up. Some of them are obvious that I know, but some of them I need a little help. Then I just try to follow the melody while picking out chords, putting it together, and that's usually, from then on, it comes together pretty well. And this, I don't know if other people write songs this way. My mom also was a songwriter, so maybe it just runs in my blood. Usually once I get an idea, the lines just come to me and the melody is already in my head, like what the drums do, what the guitar does. So from there, since I'm not a musician and I don't have a band and I don't have a studio, then I go into GarageBand and I set up the tempo of the song and I set up the key of the song, and then I try to do like a basic run through on the piano part, the touch instruments. Then I will usually do like a demo of singing. Usually that's also while mothering, and so I'm just using my headphone mic, not this mic. This is only just a $30 mic from Amazon, by the way, which is what I'm using to record my songs in my closet for now. But I will do kind of a demo of what I want it to sound like, and then I can practice a little better since I have it in a format that I can listen to. Then I will add drums and bass and guitar. And I just hear it in my head and figure it out as I go. That's probably not very helpful to anybody, but it's just how I do it. Other ways I write my songs is sometimes I just use straight out scripture. The song for 2 Timothy 1:7, I started writing that years ago because that is my favorite verse. For God hath not given us the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind, because that is something I hold dear to my heart. I had a lot of fear growing up, and so I like to keep that one close to my heart. And the melody came to it. It's actually similar to a song that was popular around that time. But again, I went to the scripture and I just expounded using the scripture. That song is all scripture, nothing of my own. So that's how I write my songs, how I do my music. I only just have my iPhone. It's an SE. I need to upgrade. I wanted to get maybe like an iPad so I had a bigger room to do the touch instruments on. But because I'm trying to get a more professional sound in the end to be able to release songs on streaming services, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, I do have 4 songs on there now, but they were done all from home and in my closet. So I'm really excited. I have 2 different, one local studio that I'm going to work with soon on I Won't Give Up. And then my newest song that I finished yesterday, I'm working with somebody who is an awesome musician. He came to my church years ago, and he's a phenomenal guitar player, and I'm so looking forward to that. But I'm trying to get my songs on a more professional level to have a better sound in the end. I also have my songs set up as karaoke tracks so that I can sing them live, like I did at the fair this past summer. And next year I will have a stage to myself. And so while I have my GarageBand tracks, I would really like to have a better, real musicians behind me. Maybe someday I'll be able to have a band. But until then, it's just working with other people through the interwebs or through word of mouth. And so that is how I do it. I usually don't have a lot of time. My husband works a lot of hours, and so I'm with my kids all the time. I try to fit in stuff usually Wednesday afternoons or Saturday evenings. So I'm doing most of my music, I'm doing while I'm around my kids, while I'm cooking, while I'm, putting them to sleep. I'm actually putting the music into GarageBand because that's what you got to do when you're a stay-at-home mom. Formerly, when I made my CDs in 2011 and 2015, those I recorded all of the instruments live myself with a little Zoom recorder. Then I put them on my laptop and I downloaded the free program Audacity and I mixed it that way. All right, that's about all there is with that. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know if you like this format, if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about regarding my music or things. I'm just testing this out. I'm not much of a public speaker, but just thought I would give this a go. All right, so my best tips. So in the past, I have been asked over the years if I can give singing lessons. I really don't know how I would teach people, and I could give tips here and there on I did take choir in school, and I've been to many music workshops and things. But really, my very best advice that I give people, I say to them, record yourself singing until you are happy with how it sounds. That's really the best advice that I have. Like, you can look up all kinds of singing tips online, but at the end, work on how you want it to sound. Like, if you listen back to yourself and you can't stand it, maybe try to change it a little bit, Maybe you were hoping for something greater than that, but really, I feel like that is the best advice I can give, is to just record yourself, listen back, tweak it, practice, and until you're happy and satisfied with it, just keep doing it again and again. Because For example, I'm not super skilled at like trills and runs. I can do some, but let's say I really like the way somebody sings, or there's an ad-lib part that I'm going to be doing in church, and my voice doesn't naturally do that run or trill. I will slow it back and do it note by note until like I get a muscle memory for it. So you can practice like that. Some people never like the way they sound. I'm probably not gonna like the way that I sound speaking in this video. I don't mind listening to myself sing. I know when it's sounding good or bad, but I know that some people cannot stand the sound of their own voice, even if they like to sing and are really good. So for those people, I would say, I guess, critique yourself as if it's not yourself. You know, push yourself and tweak it until it's how you want it to sound. Maybe you'll record a solo that you're working on and you'll see that a vowel sounds weird. And so you can take a minute and move your mouth differently and then sing it back again until it's how you think it ought to sound. That's about all I have for this video. Again, let me know what you think and anything else you would like to hear me cover. Maybe I'll do some more videos when I have more upcoming music or upcoming events. Currently, I'm still looking for some things to do around the holiday time, and I'll let you guys know if anything gets set in stone, and I'll give you those dates and whatnot. So if you're in the area and you want to check it out, that would be cool. So thanks for tuning in, and God bless you, and I'll see you later.